Thanks for tuning in. This is the Common Sense Commando, a free-thinking and independent former CIA officer who's going to run you through the quick takeaways and bombshells of the January 6th committee hearings. This is the first of a series of related recaps, so be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for future updates. Now, there's a lot of information as historic as it is crazy, but this is designed to keep to the highlights, so pay attention. First off, you must understand two basic principles. Trump lost the 2020 presidential election, and Trump has spent years claiming that the election was rigged. He's the real winner, and he had no previous knowledge that there would be a violent attack on the Capitol in an attempt to stop the certification of the legal election. If you were unaware of this, stay tuned to this series. There's a lot to learn. Now that we're all on the same page, let's hit it. On day one, we saw Trump campaign advisor Jason Miller give testimony that Trump was told in blunt terms he was going to lose the election. We also saw Trump campaign attorney Alex Cannon testify that he told Trump after the election there was no evidence of widespread fraud or that the election was stolen, as he was claiming. Additionally, footage of Bill Barr's testimony was shown, wherein we heard the then Attorney General testify that he told Trump that his allegations of election fraud were bullshit. This is Trump's hand-selected Attorney General we're talking about here. And if that isn't enough of a kick in the junk, Trump's most prized and cherished possession, his advisor and daughter Ivanka, testified that she respected Attorney General Barr and therefore accepted what he was saying. In other words, she also knew and accepted that Trump lost the election, and any claims of it being stolen was indeed bullshit. So at this point, it's worth noting that all the testimony given as to Trump knowing he lost a fair and legal election has all come from Republicans. Not just Republicans, but close political allies and family. So immediately it's established that any claims of fake Republicans or people Trump didn't really know or trust coming out of the Trump camp are as false and full of shit as Trump's stolen election lie itself. Now, shifting gears a little, day one also showed testimonial footage of General Mark Milley, the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, stating that during the attack on the Capitol, Vice President Pence took a leadership role in clearly decisively requesting military assistance in quelling the attack, whereas the only communication from the White House was that of the Chief of Staff Mark Meadows wanting to construct a narrative that Trump was still in control, something the general described as a red flag for him. We also heard testimony from a handful of Proud Boys and Oath Keepers who all stated that they were at and attacked the Capitol because that's what Trump wanted them to do. Now keep in mind, many of these lunatics were chanting and had the intent to hang Mike Pence, the freaking Vice President of the United States. And when Trump learned of this during the riot, his response was, "Maybe our supporters have the right idea. Mike Pence deserves it." Holy shit. It was also revealed that Fox News sycophants Sean Hannity and Laura Ingraham were texting the Trump administration to implore Trump to call off the mob and stop the riot. This is particularly interesting considering Fox News didn't even cover the hearing.
Some news outlet.
In fact, Fox even went commercial-free on their programming as to not give their audience a chance to flip channels and accidentally learn something based in facts and truth. That would just be bad for their entire business strategy. Lastly, it was revealed that Republican Representative Scott Perry of Pennsylvania, seen here, as well as multiple other Republican congressmen, actively sought a presidential pardon for their roles in attempting to overturn the 2020 election. Something tells me we're going to learn more about these other guys in the photo later on, but there's more on that in later videos. Anyhow, accepting a pardon is an admission of guilt. So what's up, Republicans? For a bunch of people who refuse to acknowledge any wrongdoing within the Trump administration and deny that January 6th was even an issue, what you seeking pardons for? For the first day of hearings, there certainly was a lot of information, and I hope this recap helped break it out for you. Please subscribe and come back for the rest of the series I'll be putting out over the next week or so. Thanks, and I'll see you then.